Welcome back, the Choccy Milk Gang podcast. We're back better than ever on a Tuesday. We're gonna upload on Wednesday, but look at us. We're live. How do we feel about that?
We're live and in one place, podcast history, besides those first two.
Yeah,
Before we rebranded, first time we've ever done it all in one, and as a complete Choccy house. Exactly. Bo Johnson.
Yeah.
Longtime
fans of the show, probably pretty excited about this.
Longtime fans definitely know your name. Definitely got you listed,
Yeah.
Submit your special guest power rankings, but Bo's obviously towards the top.
Yeah. Bo's on now is gonna be a CMG alum times 2. The only people that can say that are Gerard and Desk. So Bo, welcome to a new category. How do you feel?
Bo Buckets.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bo Buckets.
Choccy house. You just can't stop us.
Yeah. Today we're talking about our top tips for living in Boston. We're in the Boston area right now. We'd say the Boston metropolitan area, so close enough. But right now, Choccy Milk Review. How do you feel about that?
It's good.
Yeah, so Jimmy, you're closest. So if you want to flash that label, maybe get closer. We got the seven select organic reduced fat chocolate milk. This is the store brand from 7-Eleven. Honestly, surprised to see they have a store brand chocolate milk, but I have
it's like nice packaging.
Medium high expectations. I'm expecting
the packaging looks like it's good. You know what I mean?
You got a cow on there?
Yeah, always important.
You need a cow. It's got chocolate milk colors.
Feels premium.
Like it feels premium, but it's 7-Eleven, so that's like my
I don't know. Wait.
It's definitely like I can't think of an immediate comparison in terms of flavor. It's kind of not coming to me right now.
I'm not.
No, it's not that bad actually.
It's not that good though, but it's definitely inoffensive.
I'd be honest. No, I find it. I'm a little offended.
That's fair.
I don't really like it all that much, to be honest. I can't say what's off. I just no.
I think if it was colder, it'd be better too. We walked back 20-minute walk. It's hot out there.
I honestly like this. I feel like it's a dark chocolate flavor that everybody can enjoy.
Yeah.
No, I agree. This is good.
I think this is very good. I'm just impressed by 7-Eleven. You think it was the place you go at 4 a.m. for your goodies, but it's they have a very premium looking packaging here. It tastes like chocolate milk like this. I would get this over Nesquik probably.
Oh yeah, over Nesquik, over a lot of stuff. I would take this over True Moon, honestly.
I think if it was colder, it would slap hard. I just gotta put me in the mindset of this is straight out of the fridge all day.
Yeah, I went on my first sip. I was very biased. I was I wasn't gonna like this, and then I gave it a chance on the second one. I was okay, it's actually pretty decent.
You know what I'd actually compare this to? Chick-fil-A chocolate milk.
Interesting. Oh, this does have a very fast food vibe, which makes sense because it's probably low quality.
Yeah. I'm gonna go into my score right here, right now. I'm gonna give this a 7.7.
It's pretty high. I think it's higher than that.
No way. I was gonna go 7.6. That's crazy.
Oh, hey.
I was gonna go. I'm gonna say it exactly meets my expectations, but does not exceed. I'm gonna say 7.0.
Okay.
It's I would get it, but I don't know.
I gotta be honest. I have not enjoyed I'm sticking to it. Not enjoyed this chocolate milk very much. It's not even the temperature thing. It's a flavor thing.
That's fair. That's fair.
The chocolate's not quite right. I'm gonna give it a 5.1.
You know what?
Because clearly other people like it, so I'm gonna give it more than half. It doesn't deserve any more than the bare minimum over half.
Yeah,
honestly, I really respect that decision. I can definitely see where you're coming from.
That's very fair. That's very fair.
Respect.
It's just nice having all these different points of just analysis, points of opinion. Just we have the trio right here, then we have Bo Buckets, and it's just when you bring in the whole world to review chocolate milk, it's just gonna be a great time. So that's how I feel about that.
Completely. We love the diverse perspectives, the scenarios, the analyses.
The hypotheticals.
The hypotheticals, exactly.
Your who's-in-the-call-it's.
And your gizmos.
Your gadgets. So Boston, right?
Yeah. Let's just say words for a while.
Peak transition. Fun fact about this Choccy milk is that we bought it in the Boston metropolitan area, right at Davis Square in Somerville. So, I think that's close. We can say we're Bostonians because we live right by the T. Just want to.
Yeah, if you're within a within a certain radius of a T stop, it's the Boston area. It kind of depends though.
Yeah, I think if like you can like walk and take the T, you're in Boston.
Or the bus.
Or the bus.
Or the bus, yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
Especially because a lot of cities, like if you were to expand it, a lot of cities are primarily bus cities anyway.
Also, Boston's too damn expensive to live there anymore, so yeah, go outside.
So tips for living in Boston, Chima.
Yeah.
Give us a little bit more guidance.
Yeah. So, first time living in the area. This is my dream city. This is like where I want to live, where I grew up. So having this I'm a subletter here in this Choccy house. Tyler's also a subletter, but he actually lives in Boston for school. I don't. People are like, "Oh, you go to UMass Amherst. How's Boston? It sounds awesome." Like I'm 2 hours away, so not really there that often.
Yeah.
But I love it. This is the greatest city in the world. Just so much great stuff. I feel like I'm right at Fenway Park, basically, even though I'm 45 minutes away by train. But it's just, I love Somerville. Somerville's a great town, city, or whatever. Close enough to Boston where you can say you're from Boston. Just like, you got to go where the rent's cheaper, and Boston, the rent's too expensive. So.
Yeah.
Can't blame me there. I mean, I don't know. See, I was gonna say that's why I have the unique kind of perspective is because like I've been living here a while. So like if anything, like I'm like used to this, We're gonna move closer to the city when I get back to college. Like that's just kind of how it's been. So it's interesting to see you guys be all excited and like have fun with it, especially you. This is like fantastic to be able to like take the subway to go to places. But
oh yeah,
this has been the vibe. Yeah,
me and Bo are big on the subway. Like you can see our faces through the mask, and we're just like so happy to just be on the freaking subway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Bo and I have the unique experience of this being our college town. Literally, like this is when we walk to the T. Like that's how we walk to the T when we're in school and stuff. So it's weird being here over the summer, and nothing's happening. None of those buildings are even unlocked. You're not going to see anybody but we're just like going to the city, and so that's fun. But it's like we're just staying here for the whole year, basically.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not from Boston. I don't think I know none of us are from Boston. But like, unlike Chima, like I like Boston a lot, but it was not my dream city. You know what I mean?
That's okay.
But it's still very respectable.
It's a great city.
Yeah.
Amazing for young people. Great college town. So it's like there's obviously gonna be a lot of like life after college people. I don't know. It's a crazy place. I feel like it's like pretty strict. Like I feel like Massachusetts in general, big state of just laws. They enforce it a lot. So Boston's pretty much the same. So don't get caught doing stuff. It's my first tip.
It's a great tip.
Dude, I was vandalizing our own house the other day.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And they still got mad at me. I couldn't believe it.
Really?
It was my house too. Still breaking the law. None. I
went above the speed limit. It's crazy.
Jesus.
I didn't get caught, but I was close.
Yeah, honestly, I think just being in any city over the summer is like a new, like freaking awesome experience because as college kids, we're also used to going home and and hanging out in like a suburb, or a lot of people go back to like their own rural place over the summer. And you just kind of like you kind of do nothing because you're a lot of people go back and they don't really have that many like high school friends or whatever, and they just do. I mean, we're kind of the exception.
We're very fortunate that we do have high school friends that we're still really close to.
But even so, it's like a lot less, busy. You kind of slow down a little bit, whereas we have not slowed down even like a little.
And if anything, you ramp up. Speaking of being in a city over the summer for the first time, all these places, like these buildings, don't have central AC. And it's definitely been the biggest thing is like low-key a heat wave this weekend. It was like 90s the whole weekend up till now. It's Tuesday.
Yesterday too.
Gotta have AC units.
Yeah. I was in my room for work for like I do a remote thing, 8 hours a day, 8 hours yesterday in the 95-degree weather. No AC. It was miserable. Right after work, I went and bought an AC unit. So now we're good.
Last night.
Yeah.
Jim and I put in last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Gotta get AC.
we installed ours in the room over there also yesterday.
Mhm.
And wow.
It's so different.
It hit different.
One thing that's like, I think is definitely a tip, like you have to be prepared for what in Boston, you have to be prepared for both hot summers and freezing cold winters. Like hot summer, like it's more like a warm summer, but like you are going to have days where it is 90, 95. It's not a dry heat. So it is bad.
That was
yeah.
I was gonna say that's been the worst part is that it's humid.
Yeah.
And like this morning in our room, it was like decently chilly, but like I still felt hot. Yeah, my feet were cold because it was just so humid.
It's just so humid.
You feel sticky and gross.
So
honestly, second tip, just do stuff outside because if you're active and moving, even if you're really hot, you're kind of like having fun. You're doing something and you're not miserable sitting in the heat. Like we went to the beach. We were doing like stuff in the grass, like
spike ball.
We're
just like going and like seeing stuff in the city too, just like hanging around. We went. Oh, wait, no, that's a tip for later. We gotta finish this point. I'm keeping y'all going crazy.
Yeah, I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's nice being able to explore and be outside. A good way to put it is if you're really sweaty all the time, you're not going to feel gross because you're going to be dripping instead of having the sweat collect on yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
I know that's disgusting either way, if we're being honest. But you have to pick one. So you're going to pick one that feels slightly better.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to be uncomfortable, we might as well be having fun.
For real.
And get after it.
But Shima is definitely, he hasn't quite felt the darkness of a Boston winter in the same way that we have.
Amherst is probably still really cold.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not talking about the cold, though. The cold is whatever. I'm talking about the wind.
Oh, the wind.
The wind is so bad when it gets like to 17, and then you step outside your like building, and you just get that full gust coming right off the Charles. It's awful.
I feel that because UMass is kind of a wind tunnel. Like we have this huge library, 26 stories. So it's like you walk by the library, it's like 10 degrees. You're walking to your 8 a.m. class. But it makes it so it's 25-mile-an-hour winds, and you're just like you're moving in different directions, and you're also crying because it's so cold. So I get that. That's a tip. You have to be prepared for the Boston winter. You have to wear jackets, sweaters, and shirts.
And quarter zips.
Yeah.
That thing used to do.
Yeah, I remember that.
Used to misname every time somebody would wear a sweatshirt or like a crew neck. Or like
I was right every time.
So you just call it the wrong thing every time. I feel like college campuses typically are wind tunnels just because they just got like two big buildings. It's like whoosh.
That was my fantasy football name one time. My team was called the Du Bois, which is the name of the library, and Wind Tunnels.
So Du Bois Wind Tunnels.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
I think we finished in like 3rd place or something.
Oh yeah. So I feel like you were gonna go in this direction.
Oh yeah. Well, let's just say what we're thinking at the same time.
Okay, ready?
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Candlepin bowling!
Okay.
Tell us about candlepin bowling, Alex.
How many times have we been since we've moved in? 3 times? Very crazy sport. It's like bowling, but the balls are like, it's really small. They fit in your hand. The like pins are like this tall and like this thin. So like super small. And it's like, you have 3 turns instead of 2. And like a lot of these places are like hipster vibes. It's like kind of beautiful. It's hard to get like anywhere above like a 65 for most people. Sorry about it, but it's a cool sport, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's very like relaxed. Like I feel like real bowling, because like you have to like follow rules and stuff in a way. And whereas like imagine that, right? If you were to have to, but like candlepin's like, nah, you don't have to.
Exactly.
It's much more chill. It's like harder, but that makes it like everybody's kind of equally bad. Or like no one's like that good. He's pretty good, but no one's like that good.
My goal is to get 100. I came close yesterday,
97.
but I will keep y'all updated if I get 100. I'm 3 pins away. I got 97, but probably gonna cry because I didn't get 100. It's tough. It's tough.
Disappointing. Can't believe that.
You got a couple spares, so realistically, you're really only 2 pins away.
Fair. Pins are kind of crazy like that.
Pins are kind of crazy like
that.
that.
But yeah, that's definitely our tip. Find a candlepin bowling area, lane or whatever, center in your area, there's got to be one like every mile in this area. It's got to be like pretty nearby. Just go out there, like test your skills. See if you can get a 20, a 30, or a 40. See what you can get.
Boston's got Dunkin' and Candlepin Bowlings everywhere.
Imagine if they combine that. It's like we went to a Candlepin bowling alley where it's like pizza and Candlepin bowling, but it's a pizza place first, so like the pizza's really good. Imagine if it was like Dunkin', but then like there are Candlepin bowling lanes. I think that'd be the most Boston thing.
Dunkin', reach out to us. We are open for a sponsorship.
We're open to a collab.
We will rate your chalky milk.
Make chalky milk. We'll review it.
Our DMs are unlocked.
Would you be drinking coffee and bowling then?
I mean, we're in Boston. No rules apply.
It gives you a boost.
Wait, I just said that like Boston, all the rules are enforced. So that's not crazy.
Well, if you're Candlepin bowling.
Candlepin bowling,
leave
it's
the
like
rules at the door.
Yeah. There ain't no laws when you're doing Candlepin bowling.
Yeah.
That's what this.
That's what they always say. Yeah.
That's what the sign says when you walk in.
Mm-hmm.
Throw all the rules out the window,
Yeah.
except for the rules to play Candlepin bowling.
Yeah.
You can bring those if you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's 4 lines.
Definitely. I mean, I don't know. I think we've all been kind of on our grind, on our hot boy summer shit as of lately.
Mhm.
Just because it's like, what was it? We all do stuff in the city at some point or another. We have to kind of figure out how to get around. And it's a lot of fucking work. So we do a lot of walking in this city.
Yeah.
It is a walking city, which is nice. So you got to get used to that.
My
Get some good walking shoes.
It's a good tip.
There. Yeah, exactly.
My average step count so far for June is over 11,000.
Wow.
There we go. Pretty good.
Any like transportation tips or like walking around tips? I don't know.
Walking around tips. Use your GPS because there isn't like a grid or anything. Boston's little. The streets don't make any sense here.
True.
Go to your 7-Eleven, get a Charlie card because
Yeah.
it's cooler to use like a card, so like little paper ticket, and the fare is lower. I don't remember how much, but it's like lower.
The fare's lower by like a penny or something, or like probably better, but like this is way cooler than a Charlie ticket, which I have right here. Like this, like
Whoa.
this like sucks, right? It just like sucks. You probably can't even see it, but it's like this is like superior, and it's like you have to be a part of an elite exclusive club to have a Charlie card. Like they make it intentionally hard for you to get one because I guess the fare's cheaper when you have one. Go to a 7-Eleven. They have it like select T stations as well.
Or if you're coming into the way I got it, I was just coming off the Metro North. They're not Metro North. They're in
Amtrak.
the Amtrak train, and they just have it at like the Amtrak station, especially at Back Bay. So
yeah, Back Bay is one of the
it
select
doesn't cost anything. It's free. So
I never noticed that the tickets had the Charlie design on the back.
Yeah.
I've been using that a lot recently.
Shout out Charlie.
Who is Charlie? Do you know?
Yes, kind of. It was originally a jingle like as part of a protest to stop fare raises on the T. So it would cost like 5 cents to get on the tram, but then 10 cents to get off or something if you went out to the suburbs. So the thing was that Charlie was stuck on the T forever because he couldn't afford to get off the train. That's why it's called the Charlie card.
Wait, so why?
I don't know why they named it after him, but that is who Charlie was.
No, that wasn't my question. My question was,
me.
why is it more than 5 cents now?
I don't know. Too much Dunkin'.
Yeah. Keep asking questions. Stay curious.
Yeah, like now it's like $2 like change, and I'm like, I'd rather like spend that money on like Chipotle and stuff. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy.
for $1 burrito.
Yeah, a little dollar burrito action.
If they haven't raised the price on that before.
I need to raise prices.
Exactly.
Bless you.
I'm so bad at drinking water.
The Boston air is just getting it.
Yeah.
I'd say the air is pretty clean around here. It's not like New York City. I feel like New York City, the
I
air is
agree.
pretty dirty. Boston, it's like chiller, I guess. Yeah.
That's one thing that's very nice is you notice that there are bike lanes all over, and they're usually pretty clear.
Sorry.
Like they enforce making sure that like no one parks there or something, you know.
But I was talking about the air.
Yeah, but like the reason that the air is something is because people take public
gotcha.
transportation. Like
Gotcha.
the T is kind of meh sometimes, but people still do like buses and that like as much as they can.
Nice.
And then like bike lanes is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And
No, that makes sense.
driving sucks here.
Driving's pretty
It
terrible.
takes forever, and takes forever, and then parking is really expensive.
Yeah.
And so
Shout out to Big Dig But like besides that,
because it
sucks.
also it's like driving and parking in any city sucks, but also because the roads are so old and confusing, like it just extra sucks.
Yeah.
Because it's like you never even know where to go.
Yeah, if you're like coming in from like the suburbs, definitely go to like a T station or a commuter rail station and like take the
In your area.
Yeah,
take the
absolutely.
train in. I would do that for like Red Sox games sometimes. Like coming from Connecticut, you take the you like drive up to Riverside, $3 parking. You take the Green Line to Fenway Station, you're right there.
Yeah.
So it works.
Yeah, exactly. So now we got one idea to like finish out the episode, but we have any like tips and topics we want to cover before then?
Yeah, definitely. I have nothing in mind, but I think we have more topics.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I just think learn the public transportation system, because the more you use it, the more you kind of like figure out where everything is, the more touristy exploring stuff you can do. At any given T stop, there are like 4 interesting things to be able to explore, and it's like the best way to kind of check out Boston.
Facts.
Like all the normal touristy stuff that I've done before, that every local Bostonian has like probably seen at one point, is like, you know, like Quincy Market and like the Boston Common, the Boston Public Gardens, and all that stuff. But if you really get to know like the red, the orange, the blue lines and stuff, there's so much more out there.
Green
So-
line.
Green light cruise you mentioned.
Well,
Yeah,
the green line,
yeah.
Green line is so
Foreshadow.
touristy.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's just because I'm so used to the green line.
Yeah,
It's like-
because you
but
live
I mean,
right
I'm BU. BU is on the green line, so it's like I kind of know a lot on the green line. But yeah,
Oh,
fair
sheesh.
enough.
Yeah, I actually have a tip now. I figured it out in my head. It came just right off the dome.
It's like,
Yeah.
Take advantage of the great sports scene. Boston is the city of champions. Sorry, Pittsburgh. We took it over.
Pittsburgh.
Best fan, yeah, because of the Steelers. They would call themselves like the city
Oh.
of champions because they had 6 Super
That's
Bowls.
just the Steelers though.
Yeah, but like that's what they would call
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Stupid.
Sorry about it. But
Screw you, Pittsburgh.
Red Sox, Patriots, Celtics, Bruins. Every single one of those teams has an insane fan base. Every single game is sold out. You can't even really go to a Pats game, to be honest, because it's in Foxborough and the tickets are like dummy expensive, like $150 for the worst game and the worst seats. Like you're in like the stratosphere basically. But like Fenway Park, they have like student 9 tickets. They have just like cheaper tickets for any sort of game. Like people come to Boston just to go to like Fenway Park if they're like a major.
What is a student 9 ticket?
So a student 9 ticket is a ticket you can purchase to go to a game, but it's cheaper if you're a student. So it's $9. And we haven't really been able to take advantage of it yet.
But we will soon.
I'm going to the game tonight. Well, like it's tomorrow, but like
We
we're
got
filming
it,
on
yeah.
Tuesday. Just want to let you know.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of
We
crazy,
gotta be
right?
up front. We
But
gotta
it's
be up
like-
front.
I called them. I called the Red Sox. I was like, you know, you guys gonna have student 9s? This was like a week ago, and they're like, yeah, you should know like the week before. So like, if you don't see student 9s for the game, then you probably don't have them. So probably just get the regular tickets. So I got the regular tickets for me and my friends, and then they came out with something today saying, oh, come watch the Red Sox and Astros game. This is like the game tonight, Tuesday, not the game Wednesday, but it's like they're like, yeah, like day of. Now we have student 9s, so come get them for $9. I'm like, if I waited this long, I would have been able to get them. So it's frustrating. It's like a day of thing. If you want to go to the game that day, you can see if they have student 9s available, but it's like they're not going to come out for like a day or so before. But it's a great opportunity because like there's no bad seat in the house at Fenway Park unless you're in the grandstand. Do not sit in the grandstand. It's a waste of time. You'll get an obstructed view.
Where's the grandstand again?
The grandstand's like it's like the back of the first level, and Fenway Park it's from 1912. So they still have poles in that area. So it's like when we went to the game in 2018, we went to a playoff game. We couldn't see left field because we were sitting in the grandstand.
Oh, that's the grandstand.
Yeah, obstructed view. But
Honestly, worth it though.
oh, it's definitely worth it. But it's like if you have the opportunity to sit anywhere else in the stadium, do so because they also have like regular seats. Like the grandstand, the seats are from 1912.
Yeah.
And it's like not made for the common man today.
No, sir.
Yeah. Student 9s, like you sit in the bleachers and it's like $9 and it's a great place to be.
You go for the vibes.
Yeah, you're there for the vibes.
And Fenway has
$11
great vibes.
drinks. Yeah.
Great experience Fenway every time.
Celtics, Bruins too. Like that's amazing time as well. Go to a Pats game if you can afford it. That's really it for sports, but greatest sports city in the world.
I would have a tip. I would say that because of just like the youthfulness of Boston and like just the way cities are nowadays, you want to really explore like all the restaurant options and stuff and just like try a whole bunch of things because there's going to be those hidden gems. There's going to be those places that like
amazing. Yeah.
It's like it's your favorite blank spot. Like we went to like some great brunch spots last week. We got places like in Harvard Square, Davis Square that we know from school that we're gonna hit up, like Santuka Ramen. So good. Oof. You just gotta like, really like push yourself, try things, go places. Everything is right next to a tea stop, so there's always a way to there.
I went to Dunkin' Donuts a few days ago. Did like coffee. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Cities are like big, so there's a lot to do in them.
Yeah.
True.
What you guys said for us?
Appreciate the architecture.
Oh, respect. Good too.
Good like areas, like Beacon Hill, Back Bay, the South End, like they all have some like very good like building vibes. And even like specific buildings, like the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, for example, or stuff like that.
Shout out.
Nice to look at.
Where when we were walking around near like the Memorial Day thingy, do you remember that? There was like a bunch of those flags.
No, but I believe you.
I remember that.
But I believe you.
And there were those like brownstone houses.
Yeah.
Those are beautiful.
Those are cool.
Yeah. Harvard campus.
Oh yeah, we were close to Harvard.
But yeah, definitely like go see Harvard. I went there the other day. It just was like walking around and like it's like the most famous university in the world. It's like pretty cool. Like the buildings are kind of crazy. Everyone's kind of built different over there. Everyone like I was hearing conversations. I'm just like, you're just smarter. It's like crazy. They're talking about like Pythagorean theorem, crazy stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing you could do.
Yeah.
Should we hop into our last thing? Any final tips?
Just like come to Boston.
If you want to not look like a tourist, don't wear Harvard gear in Boston.
Yeah, Harvard gear, you either have to go to Harvard or you are a tourist. And usually you're a tourist even if you go to Harvard. True.
You can wear Red Sox stuff though. Tyler's a pretty big tourist, even though he's got the Yankee shorts, so he wears Red Sox gear sometimes.
Yeah.
It's hard to break the ice.
I just didn't want to get beat up in Fenway Park. I don't regret anything.
Sorry about it.
That's facts. Sorry. But it's
Tyler.
kind of facts.
Yeah. Facts season. But yeah, our last little thingy.
Rating.
Yeah.
Ranking the T lines.
Yeah.
So you got your red, you got your green, you got your blue, you got your orange, and you got your silver.
I mean, yeah. We can say the silver. Like,
shall we say
Can we agree that the red is the top one?
No.
Well, we have to.
Well, we're gonna say our rankings.
Okay.
Not
So,
even close.
Can we all say our
disgusting.
number 5 at the same time though?
Yeah.
Right?
3, 2, 1.
Silver line.
It's not a train.
It's not even a T. It's
a bus.
It's a beat.
Oh, yeah, okay. See, I said orange because it's grosser, but
The orange.
You
is
said
kinda
the
gross.
orange?
The orange is kinda gross.
orange is categorically closer, but I guess I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, it's unequivocally silver. Just for the vibe.
Silver is
For the
number
vibe.
five.
If
Okay, I'll do
anything
it
else,
for
for the vibe.
I'll do it for the vibe.
And what you were gonna rank it 4th anyway, right?
Well, yeah.
So like, yeah, it's
Yeah. Here's the thing. Like, they call it bus rapid transit, and bus rapid transit is when the bus has its own lane. For the Silver Line, it's just not how it works. It has that for like 3 or 4 stations across all the 5 lines. So it's just like,
It's tough.
it's just a regular bus. So, I mean, the buses here, I'd say are pretty good, but hey, it's false advertising.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
But the reason that I was gonna say orange, which we're now gonna talk about as in 4th, is because it's so gross. It's just like, what is it? People will just like urinate on it. Like they don't care. It's the line that everybody treats like terrible, and then they don't renovate it because like they know that people are just gonna keep doing that because it's the reputation now, and they should renovate it because many people hopefully stop, but like they're not going to. So it's just the permanently most gross line that you should never use. Don't go on the orange line. Rona's talking about exploring the T. Don't explore the orange line. That one's not worth it. Take an Uber. Take an Uber.
We're going to explore.
I kind of like. I also put the orange line as 4th because it's dirty. However, I give it some points. I think it goes through cool areas. And also, I think if you live here, it's not really as touristy, which I
That's
think would be
fair.
nice. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna put orange fourth because I've never been on it and I've only heard that it's gross. And if I've never been on it, that means it can't be that helpful because I've gone around.
It's crazy. I put the blue line as 4. Sorry about it. I put it as 4. I will give it credit because it is damn clean.
Yeah.
And it can take you to the airport, but you gotta go to you gotta get a bus after the airport.
Or at Wonderland.
And Wonderland is really cool. That's definitely a pro. But there is a lack of importance with the blue line. You can go from end to end in 20 minutes. I heard that the other day. It goes to 3 stops in downtown Boston, and the rest is just suburbs.
Yeah.
They need to expand that line. If it was expanded to Rhode Island or something, it'd be number 1. But right now it's number 4 for me.
Yeah, I was gonna put in 4 too. I did end up putting orange in 4 because it was dirty. But the blue line is really clean, but it doesn't really go anywhere.
Lack
useful.
of importance, man.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
So we're on number 3.
3.
Do you want to say yours? We'll go down line.
1.
No, you'll say it. I'll go that way.
Blue line for the reasons I just said.
I'd say blue line. I really want to rank it higher, but it's just not very the utility factor. There's just not a lot you can do with it. Because it doesn't go to that many places. It's helpful, but it's so cool. It's really cool.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah.
It's so clean. It was fun being on it, but just I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not enough.
Yeah, I was gonna put blue tire too, and then I heard what you all had to say, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. You can take it to the beach. That's pretty cool.
That is true.
And then you can take it from the beach back to the middle, and then the middle back to the beach, and that's it. So I've used it once, and it was cool that it was clean the one time we used it, and that's it. So it's just not important. It's just and that's all there is to it.
You can also go to Wonderland.
Wonderland.
My number 3 is a green line. Sorry about it, but here's the facts. It is slow. It is not a subway, and there's always maintenance issues. Besides that, the green line is really cool because it goes to a lot of places. It can take you to the Red Sox. It can take you to all these random suburbs. I take the green line the most often. That's the fact. So you know what, Tyler? You can wear your red line shirt or whatever, but you gotta recognize that the green line is number 3 because of the fact that it is maintenance issues all the time. You came and used the green line to go to Boston University right now.
You want to know why? Because they're making it better than every other line. That's why.
They say that every
not
time.
true.
They
They're
say that
making it
every time.
adequate.
Yeah.
They're making it adequate, and then there's gonna be another issue.
You guys haven't seen the new awnings they're putting in right now.
Also, it is objectively not a subway.
It's not a subway. It's a light rail.
Yeah.
Which light rails are fine.
And
it's not the issue.
The train is so small. I bet it probably gets less people than the red line, but then it's still so much more crowded because there's only 2 cars on every train.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's for 10% of the time.
Yeah.
So that's only peak times.
Yeah, but then
that's
but there's a reason there's
time.
peak times. There's a lot of people on
Yeah.
it, which means it's likely that you will be on it.
True.
Even though that
Yeah.
happens
Soccer through the
that
fourth.
seems more like a you problem. Yeah.
It's a him problem because he's taking the green line, so obviously it's a notch in the green line.
Yeah, no, but that's your problem. That's what I'm saying. I take it and it's
But
beautiful, and
the green
therefore
line.
it's
Yeah, because you go 10 or 11 a.m.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to
people
wait.
need
I
to
shouldn't
get on
have to
that.
wait to an
Yeah.
inconvenient time for it to be good.
Yeah.
That's true.
At 6 or 7 a.m., that's where the train needs to be the best because that's what you're taking to go to work.
This is
I
a
did.
service issues.
It also uses less people.
What do you mean?
It splits off when it gets more important.
When it gets into
What-
when
when
it
it
gets
gets
into the
more?
middle,
When it gets
it
less.
all comes
When I
together.
get
Yeah,
but
but then
all-
there's 3 trains running at the same time. The B, C, and the D.
Yeah.
Whatever. Let's get into the 2 and the 1 because I
go
think
to
it's pretty
2 and
obvious
1.
at this point.
The second place for mine is green line because as much as I knock it, I have to admit it does go to useful places. But
yeah.
for all the other
It
reasons,
does go
you
to
said,
useful
it's not in
places,
first
yeah.
place. Yeah.
I was also gonna say green line second because it goes to a lot of useful places. It's always helpful, but it is slow. I've heard you guys say it is a little more grimy. And I don't know. It's almost too useful. It's not sexy. Sorry about it.
Ooh.
Sex appeal is not in its favor. But I like it.
Yeah. So the green line is number 1 and the red line is number 2 because the red line is grosser. It's just not as nice. They don't clean it as much. And the red line, it does go to a lot of useful places and it's freaking huge. No one can deny that it's really, really big, which is super helpful. What was it? However, it's grosser and it just doesn't go to as many places or as many important places, What was it? If it went to more areas in Boston, then I think I would consider it. but it doesn't go. And to be fair, it actually does go to a lot of areas, but it's just not as many as the green.
It's big on Cambridge. Like
Yeah,
it's super
big
convenient
on
for anywhere you need to go.
big
to
on the
Cambridge.
South End.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but if that was more, then
South Station, get your other train.
South Station is a big one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm also gonna say, wait, what?
Didn't you?
Yeah.
So
I haven't said my 2 yet.
Okay.
Number 2 is the Orange Line. Orange Line is an actual subway, so you gotta give it credit for that. It's gotta be at least 28 points on the 28-point spectrum. Here's the thing, just the fact of the matter, it is the dirtiest. You're gonna have to respect that. You're gonna have to just sit down and just appreciate it. That's the facts of the matter. You can go from Malden to like Forest Hills or whatever, or like Oak Grove. You can go to like Haymarket. You can go on the Orange Line. It's crazy because it takes you to like all these different places. You can take the Tufts Medical Center, and you guys are gonna love that. It's number 2. It's the second best. That's what it means.
Okay.
So now it's our number 1.
Obviously the Red Line.
We already know what it is.
Red
Can we all just say red, red, green, red? That's just what it is.
Silver Line.
Wow, way to be controversial.
No, actually, it's a 66 bus.
The 96 bus is a
The
woman.
96 bus is a woman.
Respect.
Yeah.
No, Red Line's definitely the best. It's like mediocre in terms of cleanliness, but it's like, you can go to like Tufts, you can go to like Alewife, go to South
Braintree,
Station.
Ashmont.
Braintree, Ashmont, it transfers to the Mattapan line,
Yeah.
which is like an even older trolley than like the Green Line, which is crazy. It's superior. It's the color red. It's the Red Sox.
Hell yeah.
It's the best line.
Yeah.
You can take it to Charles MGH.
Charles
You
MGH.
can go to
Kendall
Harvard.
MIT.
The view going over the Charles.
Oh, that one's sick. That is so
That
sick.
is
You
sick.
can see the whole
Come
city.
out.
Yeah.
You can almost take it to IKEA. We were like close to Braintree,
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
but like not really.
Yeah.
We're like 20 minutes out.
Yeah.
Mm.
Those are our diverse power rankings.
Yeah, fair enough.
Mine was clearly the best. Tyler's was clearly the worst.
By far.
Tyler's
You two were tied for
Wildfire.
second.
Tyler's
Not
was
even
definitely
slightly true.
the
When was
least
the last time they
good.
renovated your train?
It's
30 years
good
ago?
enough as it is.
No need. No need to
You
renovate.
can't fix
There's
the
no
blue line.
issues.
There's no
The
problems.
stations, the red line stations are objectively like not gross. They're just like
Oh, I mean the train.
the train.
The train
renovate.
itself
I
is
heard
gross.
renovate, so I was confused.
You know what else they're doing? They're putting in even more green line stops, and it's actually going to come here to Tufts.
That's true. Hey,
Yeah,
once
it's
that's
true.
here, we'll re-rank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. It's
All
not
right.
here yet.
All right.
They've been working on it for years, and it's just
Like
another
a
reason why
year
green
and
is
a
better.
half.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Tufts paid like $2 million for naming rights. No one else has ever paid for naming rights. They would have just called it the Tufts Station anyway.
No, it's actually I heard it's actually being called College Ave.
Really?
That's what I heard.
I think it's like the college app, like Tufts Station.
Sure. Okay. Okay.
Like slash.
Yeah. Oh, like Kendall MIT.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Should I make a graphic about this?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good
That'd be
idea.
crazy. I can work on that.
Mhm.
So yeah.
But yeah, just objectively, just overall, even with Tyler's was number 4, just great power rankings and great content. I really feel like, if we are going to be, making content for the people, we got to provide this sort of information. I feel like we really did that today.
Nice.
I'm just glad we
Oh,
got
nice.
into ranking because I know it's fun for us and it's fun
Yeah.
to see the graphics and it's fun for you guys because even if you don't watch all of it, you see like ranking whatever, just in your head you probably do it. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
audience inclusion.
Mhm.
Of course.
But yeah, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening as well. Big podcast summer. We didn't make an episode last week, but we made one this week, which means we're going to make more episodes over the next following weeks, which is going to be kind of crazy. You guys may not even be ready for it, but it's going to come for you, even if you're not ready. Just expect the content for the people, Instagram reviews, all that sort of stuff. It's going to be
Non-podcast content.
NPC coming up. We haven't thought about it yet, but we will.
We'll get to it, we promise.
Mhm.
I've said that once before. Guys, if you're still waiting for the golf video, don't hold your breath. It's not coming out.
It's not going to happen.
That's gonna be the lost tapes of CMG.
Yeah.
We'll bring it out in like 5 years. We haven't made a video in 3 years. Just be like, golf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chalk it
It's
up.
good to be here again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Thanks for coming, man.
The electricity is in the air.
Yes.
Mhm.
And so is the heat. God, can we turn the freaking AC
Yeah,
back on?
so-
Let's wrap this up, baby. Mhm.
See you next week.
Till next time. See ya.